The last video we started the video off with yo 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 yo, so today we're going to start with ho ho ho, because it's the very merry festive edition of Retro or Regretro, and today we're going to be playing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And I'm pretty sure everyone knows the story here about the little, red-nosed reindeer who gets bullied because he has a red nose, just like a ginger kid. Like I was used to it during school occasionally, but turned into banter more than anything. But nobody should get bullied anyway. This game actually does include me. I'm there, as you can see, next to the abominable snowman. So should be a good little cameo. And yeah, if you haven't already checked out the other two videos we've done, then please go back, have a look, give us a watch, like, subscribe. But mostly we hope you enjoy today's video of the review of this game here, even though it came out this year. So if it's retro, that just means it's good. But if it's Regretro, it's bad. So I guess we'll find out in a bit. So hope you enjoy today's video. So, hello, wherever you're watching today, and most importantly, Merry Christmas to you all. If you're not celebrating Christmas, then happy holidays, and wishing you a great time over the festive period. So, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, who would have thought that we would have ever gotten a game, considering this TV movie came out in 1964, and it's now 2025, therefore this game has been released 61 years later, if my maths is correct. However, it's a pretty big deal in the States, this movie, because it's like one of them animated TV films for like the what's it called, like the ABC or one of them channels over there. I don't think I've actually ever seen it on TV over here in the UK myself, so it was quite interesting. Like, I remember we had one in the UK, which was a 1998 one, where like Santa even has a big number singing. I apologise if it has been on TV, but from what I'm aware, in the UK anyway. But from what I'm aware, no, it hasn't. Yeah, anyway, let's sort this out. So, anyway, the great story of the most famous reindeer of all. Well, yeah, you start off as a snowman. I can't really remember his name, and I don't want to be generic and say it's Frosty, so his name's Jeff now, alright? So, Jeff basically teaches you the buttons, and you get on. He's a pretty of a pleasant lad, actually. He rolls around everywhere he goes, and it's really, really quite cool to see. You then go on to Rudolph's story, where Mama and Papa Dolph are like there, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we've got a beautiful child. He's really, really cool, and it's really nice to see." And then his dad sees the nose, and he's like, "Whoa, what is that? That's hideous!" And then Santa walks in as well. And don't get me started on Santa, because he is one giant. Literally, he comes in and bullies a newborn Rudolph. He's like, that's Santa Claus. He should know better. He has a naughty and nice list, for Christ's sakes. So, yeah. But anyway, Rudolph's mum actually seems to be quite a nice person. Like, she doesn't really mention about it. And, yeah, generally seems like a nice lad, if you ask me. So, then after that, Rudolph's dad's like, how about we cover up his nose, and puts like a little bit of like a little cap on his nose, if I can remember. And then straight away you go out, and then you meet your crew. So you meet Clarice. You meet this handsome looking unicorn fella called Unicorn Cornelius. He looks very handsome, if you ask me. And finally you meet Hermie, who wants to be a dentist, but at the end of the day, I can never remember the name Hermie. So for the rest of this video, he's going to be called Steve, because he kind of looks like my mate Steve.
Bosh!
In the words of my mate Steve, bosh. In fact, Hermie even says it.
Bosh!
In this game, you go around collecting bells and fulfilling missions. Some would say it's like a festive Mario Odyssey or DK Bonanza. Nobody said that at all, but still, if you want to look at it that way, I guess you can do it. So yeah. Anyway, then eventually, after collecting enough bells, well, you get to go on to the reindeer games, and also baubles as well, because like baubles unlock areas. So yeah, it's very festive, believe it or not. And when you're at the reindeer games, it's a nice little assault course you can do. And you eventually, once you do it, and complete the mission, everyone's really impressed you, and then you ask Clarice out, who says, yes, you are a very handsome reindeer, Rudolph, in which Rudolph gets very excited, starts flying around. Even the coach is impressed with his flying skills, in which his little cap off his nose falls off, and then everyone's like, oh Lord, he's a freak, that crusty old Rudolph. And believe me, Rudolph, I know I know, because being a Bartle Wanderers fan, correct? Yeah, I know how you feel. the gang then decides, oh, let's run away, because at the end of the day, like, none of us fit in here. You get chased by the abominable snowman, you end up on a patch of ice, and you end up on the island of misfit toys. You then meet a Jack-in-a-Box who mentions, "You won't believe what my name is," in which Steve
Bosh.
says, "Let me guess, Jack?" And he says, "No, my name's Charlie." I'm not gonna lie, I was laughing at that joke for a little bit of time. It was quite funny, actually. And then you get sent to go and find some other toys, and like, you know, the rest of the misfits. There's like a plane, a boat. There's like a cowboy who rides like a flamingo, if I can remember. There's a few of them around, anyway. Eventually, after fulfilling all their missions, collecting the bells and everything that you need to do, you then go and meet a lion. Can't remember his name. Sorry, this is not the most professional review ever, but got to get out in time before Christmas. The lion, basically, you go to him and say, "Hi, you know, we want to stay on your beautiful island because we really appreciate it." Which the lion turns around and says, "No." So therefore, yeah, again, you got another crusty old person. But hey, you know, and then the team are like, "You know what? Let's just go back home." In which you decide to battle the abominable snowman again. It happens, and then you end up at home. When you're at home in the cave where that Rudolph was born, he's like, "Mum, Dad, where are you?" Santa comes in, how convenient, and says, "They've run away, Rudolph, because they've gone to find you." And then you're like, "Oh dear, better go find them." In which Santa like relays to you, saying, "They're on the abominable snowman's hill. You go up there," and what happens? It's snowing like anything, and everyone's like, you know, like, "Oh, you know, you need to get up there and you need to do it." In the words of that Kate Bush song, you've got to get up that hill. It's running up the hill, but still, yeah. Then you collect your bells, and you get to the top of the hill, and you battle the abominable snowman. In which a cutscene happens where Steve
Bosh.
removes the abominable snowman's teeth with no anaesthetic as well, I must add. So he's pretty hard. I must say, yeah, it was quite, you know, you don't actually see it, but you hear it. So yeah. And then next thing you know, your boy, the most beautiful Yukon who ever existed, Cornelius, decides, like, nah, he's getting too rowdy. This is abominable snowman. Better take him out. In which he knocks him off the hill. The game teaches you about death as well. Where basically, Rudolph's dad's like, "Your friends have died. Let's go home." Yeah, that happens. So you end up in Santa's place, in which like you're like, or Santa's gaff, sorry. In which like you're hanging out there, and Santa's there like, "Oh, you know, go hang out or whatever," and then also help out my reindeers, help out my wonderful elves because it's Christmas time. And so before that happens, guess who rocks up to Santa's gaff? The abominable snowman and Unicorn Cornelius. They survive because the abominable snowman has a lot of bounce on him, in which it made Unicorn Cornelius survive. So happy days. Then like when you're there, you just go around doing missions for like the elves. Like you, well, actually no. Before we get into that, Rudolph mentions his story to everyone, in which everyone apologises to him because they realise, actually, no, we were quite harsh to you, buddy. In which our boy Steve
Bosh.
mentions he's filled up his diary of many dental appointments for all the other elves around the area. You go around Santa's house, you collect 18 bells. There's like a few missions like where you get to go and get the instruments for the elf band, and also like pillows for one elf, and just a few other things. Eventually Santa's like, "Okay, let's go fly away, let's do this." In which like he realises, oh no, there's too much of a blizzard. How am I ever going to fly my sleigh tonight? Which Rudolph's nose lights up. In which what happens is like, he's like, "Rudolph, calm down." Actually, Rudolph, hey. And then you get to fly the sleigh. It's a nice little mini game, to be fair. I think there's like 3 bells you can collect on it as well. But eventually, once you complete the mission, Santa wishes you Merry Christmas. The game's completed. Personally, Rudolph should have been the one wishing you Merry Christmas, considering Santa was just out of order throughout the game. So, overall, what are we saying about Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? Now, believe it or not, this game was actually a lot more fun than you think, it's going to be. And considering it's only like £13 in the UK, which ends up, I think it's roughly about like $17 in the USA. I'm probably wrong. I don't know how to calculate. Use xe.com, it will help you out. Anyway, so I'm not affiliated with them, mate. chance either. But overall, yeah, it was quite fun. It's quite funny as well because it says there's 1 to 2 players on this game, so I can only assume there's a team deathmatch feature. But yeah, like there's by Game Mill Entertainment. Never heard of them, but like I was quite impressed with this game. A couple of flaws were like some of the camera angles at times you get a bit lost. Like the soundtrack's phenomenal. There's like a full-on like New Orleans band playing I can't remember what song it is, but it's in like in Santa's area. But yeah, overall, considering it's the holidays and this game, you know, I'm actually going to say it's a retro, even though it's brand new, but still, like, it's good. It's actually fun. And like, considering like it's quite cheap as well, especially this time of year, like if you're a parent and you want like your, you know, just, you know, especially on Christmas Eve where your kids are a bit rowdy and stuff like that, you can just put this in front of them and they can go for it. Because like, it's not a long game at all. It's not a short game, but at the end of the day, like, it took me like 5 hours, but someone on YouTube who's completed in like 2 hours, which is just unbelievable. I'm just a terrible gamer, I'm sorry. But yeah, no, that was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer for the PlayStation 5. I hope you all enjoyed this video today. We'll be back in the new year, so thank you very much for watching all the videos so far. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy every other holiday out there. Sorry if your holiday didn't get mentioned, but apart from that, this is Matty HH5000 with Retro or Regretro. That was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, giving it a solid retro. Thank you very much. Have a good time. See you in the new year.